Hello students, in this lecture we are going to find electric potential due to an electric dipole. It is a quite a lengthy derivation, so it is important to understand each and every point in this derivation. So first of all, consider a dipole having the plus q charge and minus q charge separated by a distance 2n. Now this is called the axial line of dipole. Let this be the center of the dipole. So from O to A, the length is L, and from O to B, the length is L. Now let the dipole moment be P is equal to Q into 2L. Now you can just consider a point here, this point C, at which we have to find the potential. Now the distance of point C from A is R1, from point B is R2, and from the center of the dipole it is R. Now you can write that and this point C is inclined at an angle theta with respect to the dipole. Now the potential at C due to the charge plus Q, let it will be Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 because the distance is R1. Then potential at C due to charge minus Q is minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R2. And now if we have to find the potential at point C due to these two charges, and then we'll have to add them. So Vc is equal to V1 plus V2. So taking the constant terms outside, we have 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. So in 11th standard you have learned the laws of vector addition. So from those laws you can write that R1 square is equal to R square plus L square minus 2RL cos theta. Similarly, you can write R2 square is equal to R square plus L square plus 2RL cos theta. For this reason, to understand this, you need to revise the 11th standard chapter about the vectors. Now, in both the equations, dividing the equations by R square or taking the R square common, you will get R1 square is equal to this equation and R2 square is equal to this equation. Now, if you consider a short dipole, in short dipole, the distance between the two charges, that is 2L, is very less than R. So for such cases, obviously R is greater than L, and if you divide L by R, then it is small. So in such cases, you can just neglect this quantity L square by R square. So in these two equations, you can avoid L square and R square. So writing the equation neglecting the quantities L square by R square, you can write R1 square is equal to R square 1 minus 2 LR cos theta, L by R cos theta. Now you can just take root of this if you want to find R1. So R1 will be R into 1 minus 2L cos theta raised to the power half. Half means root. Now you have to take the reciprocal. So that the aim is we have to derive 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2 in terms of the other quantities. So similar process you have to do for R2 also. R2 square is equal to R square into 1 plus 2L by R cos theta. So take root of this, you will get this equation and just take its reciprocal. Now you have two equations for 1 upon R1 and 1 upon R2. So you can substitute that in this equation, the one which you have seen earlier. So you get the constant term outside and the other terms inside. So you might have learned binomial expansion in your mathematics. So if you have any value 1 plus x raised to n, you can just write it as 1 plus nx. Then you can write 1 minus 2L cos theta r raised to power minus half. You can write it as 1 plus r by L cos theta. So using the binomial expansion, you get this equation. Now opening the brackets, 1 minus 1 goes out 0, and these two equations will give you 2L cos theta by r. So as you know, the dipole moment is Q into 2L. So you will get the potential at C is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by r square. Now this is the potential due to a dipole at point C. So in vector form, you can write this equation as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P dot r by r cube. Now if you consider that the potential, if you have to find at an axial point means on the axial line of the dipole, in such case theta will be 0 if you consider it towards plus q charge, and theta will be theta will be 180 if you considered it towards minus q charge. So in such cases, if theta is 0, cos of 0 is 1, and if theta is 180, cos of 180 is minus 1. So you get this equation, plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square in case of theta is equal to 0, and minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square in case of theta is equal to 180 degree. Now this was for axial point. Now if you have to find potential at some equatorial point means it will be just perpendicular. Equatorial line is a line passing through the center of the dipole and perpendicular to the axial line of the dipole. So if you have to consider any point at equatorial line, in such cases theta will be 90 degree, and as cos of 90 is 0, so the potential is 0. So this was about the electric potential due to the dipole. So basically this is an important derivation. Just go step by step. It is not that difficult to understand. So this is all for today's lecture. Thank you.